Hello everyone and welcome back to UK Finance Explained. In our previous lesson, we answered one very important question. What is payroll? We also looked at why payroll is one of the most important functions within any organization. Now that we understand what payroll is, it's time to look at something every payroll professional must understand. The payroll process. Many beginners think payroll is simply calculating salaries. In reality, payroll is a structured process with several steps that must happen every single pay period. Whether a company pays employees weekly, fortnightly, or monthly, these steps remain largely the same. By the end of this lesson, you'll understand how payroll flows from start to finish, what happens before employees get paid, what happens after payday, and where payroll professionals spend most of their time. Before we begin, if you'd like a free copy of my UK Payroll Starter Pack, you'll find the link in the description below. It's designed to accompany this course and includes a payroll process flowchart, a glossary of common UK payroll terms, and other beginner-friendly resources to help reinforce what you learn in each lesson. If you haven't downloaded yet, feel free to pause the video and grab your free copy, then come back and follow along with today's lesson. Let's get started. Before we jump into the technical process, let's use a simple example. Imagine you are baking a cake. You don't just put it in the oven immediately. First, you gather the ingredients, then you measure everything correctly. You mix everything together. You bake it. Finally, you decorate it and serve it. Payroll works in exactly the same way. Employees don't simply receive money. There is a sequence of activities that happens behind the scenes before payday even arrives. Missing even one step can lead to incorrect salaries, tax problems, unhappy employees, or even penalties from His Majesty Revenue and Customs, also known as HMRC. That's why payroll follows a clear process every pay period. The payroll process begins by gathering information. Payroll cannot calculate wages unless it has accurate information. This includes things like hours worked, overtime, bonuses, commission, sick leave, holiday leave, new starters, employees leaving the business, changes to salary, changes to tax codes, pension changes. Many of these changes happen every month. Payroll professionals spend a significant amount of time collecting this information from managers, HR departments, and timekeeping systems. If the information going into payroll is wrong, the payroll calculations will also be wrong. Remember this principle. Good payroll starts with good data. Once information is collected, it needs to be checked. Payroll professionals don't simply trust every number they receive. Instead, they verify that everything makes sense. For example, did someone accidentally enter 180 overtime hours instead of 18? Has a salary increase been approved? Is a new employee's tax information complete? Have bank details been confirmed? Checking data helps prevent costly payroll mistakes. Now we can calculate what each employee has earned. This is called gross pay. Gross pay is the amount earned before any deductions. So, for example, an employee earns a basic salary of £2,500 per month. They earn an overtime of £200, bonus of £300. Gross pay then becomes £3,000. At this stage, no tax has been deducted yet. Once gross pay has been calculated, the payroll system calculates deductions. Common deductions in the UK include income tax, national insurance, pension contributions, student loan repayments, if applicable. Another one would be maybe attachments of earnings orders. After deductions have been taken, we arrive at net pay. Net pay is often called take-home pay, the amount employees actually receive in their bank account. Remember, gross pay minus deductions equals net pay. Before anyone gets paid, payroll is usually reviewed. Many organizations have approval processes. So someone checks that payroll totals look reasonable, employees haven't been missed, no duplicate payments exist, bank details are correct, unexpected changes are investigated. This review stage helps reduce errors before payments are released. Once payroll has been approved, payments are made. Most UK employers pay employees using the BACS bank transfers. On payday, employees receive the salary in their account or in the bank accounts and the payslips. The payslip shows exactly how pay is calculated. We'll look at payslips in detail later in this course. Paying employees isn't the final step though. Employers must also tell HMRC what has been paid. This is done using real-time information, commonly known as RTI. Payroll software sends payroll information electronically to HMRC each pay period. This helps HMRC keep tax records up to date. We'll explore RTI in much more detail in a later lesson. Finally, the payroll process finishes by keeping accurate records. Payroll records are important because employees may have questions, HMRC may perform compliance checks, businesses need accurate information, financial information, and payroll records should be organized, secure, and retained for the required period. So good record keeping is a key responsibility of payroll professionals. Let's quickly recap today's lesson. Every payroll cycle follows the same general process. So collect information, check the information, calculate gross pay, apply deductions, review payroll, pay employees, report to HMRC, keep payroll records. If you can understand these 8 steps, you've already built one of the strongest foundations for understanding UK payroll. In the next lesson, we'll look at one of the most important payroll concepts, the difference between gross pay and net pay. Understanding the difference is essential for anyone beginning a career in payroll. Thank you for watching. If you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to UK Finance Explained so you don't miss the next lesson in the Payroll Fundamentals course. I'll see you in the next lesson.